All right. I'm Jay Wilson, your hot air brewer here, and you've clicked a button or scanned a thingamabopper that shows that you've expressed interest in learning more about Mrs. Jones Session IPA. Mrs. Jones was my middle school reading teacher. She was fantastic, and I thought when I was a kid that there was no way in the world this lady drank beer. But all these years later, I ran into her, and she liked beer. She likes the hoppy stuff. And as a home brewer, I thought, tribute time. Let's make a Mrs. Jones beer. And so I thought if a Mrs. Jones was a beer, what would she be? She would be small, hoppy, and really, really nice. And so I'd homebrewed that for a while. We decided we wanted a refreshing summer, low alcohol, easy drinking session IPA, we would call it, 4.5% ABV. I called up Mrs. Jones and asked her if she'd come over and make the beer with me, and she did. She did. She helped with this. So Mrs. Jones is a lovely brewery assistant, and so this beer specifically is hopped with Iowa-grown Chinook and Centennial hops, and like I said, 4.5% alcohol, small, easy drinking. It's got some notes of pine or maybe a little bit minty. Uh, and then you're going to get fruity kind of thing, grapefruit. Oftentimes in those kind of hops, I get a little bit more orange in the way of citrus than grapefruit. In the Northwest, these hops spit a lot more straight pine and citrus, grapefruit. But I think this is a little bit more orangey. We actually ferment this with fruity Norwegian yeast called Voss, and so there's some real kind of fruity interplay that goes in other directions and whatnot. But so you might get some apricot or mango or some things like that, and some of that's actually going to come from the yeast. So small, 4.5, you can have several of them and not be in deep trouble, which is just what we want from Mrs. Jones. Yeah, this is a good summertime one. Cheers.